Guess it is starting it up, just like right now. Uh, Welcome back. Hopefully the audio doesn't crap out. I just tried restarting the game, and the audio worked. Sometimes, but I don't know. I think something's just not liking Streamlabs. You know what I'm using to stream the game with. And I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's the game. I don't know if it's my settings with excuse me, Streamlabs. I don't know. I don't know the answer to the everlasting enigma that is streaming, just in general. But we're gonna try it again. We're gonna just check it out. We're just gonna have some fun. Hopefully the audio works. Seems good so far.
Son of a bitch must pay.
I think we're good. I think it's you should be able to hear it pretty good now.
The Festival of Blood continues.
Of course, that's not barring any audio problems in terms of mic sound, and if the game is too loud. And if that is the case, please tell me. I can quickly change audio settings around.
I got time to play with you.
So yeah, this is Blood. It is probably my favorite first-person shooter game. I like its atmosphere, which I really shouldn't be saying during a unofficial mod pack, because it's not really the developer's atmosphere, but the atmosphere of the base game itself is still incredibly good. It's like a 30s horror movie. And that's really unique. You don't really see that often, unless you're watching a 30s horror movie. But on top of that, I like the gameplay, in which, I don't know, it's just the weapons feel really satisfying to use. I like its emphasis on the TNT and how it, just how TNT works in general. It feels like it has a learning curve of its own, and it's you really need to know how to use it in order to really play, you know? A lot of enemies in this game, a lot of situations in this game require you to throw TNT, and TNT has such satisfying kind of skill gap, kind of learning curve, that it just feels really nice to land a successful TNT blast. But this is Deathwish. This is a mod pack, a WOD of I can't say if it's 30 maps or 32 or something like that. And it, from a technical standpoint, it's probably better than the base game. Level design and the loose story it has can be debated, but I feel like, in my opinion, this is probably peak Blood. And that should not be taken for granted. Again, not to say that base game, where is this guy going? Look at him. Not to say base game isn't good. Base game is fantastic as always. But this just feels like it pushes the limits of the engine, the build engine, to its absolute max, and it probably does the most interesting things with the build engine.
Bye-bye now.
You know, even more so than games like Ion. Is it Ion Fury now? I keep forgetting if it's Ion Maiden or Ion Fury. And I like Ion Fury. I like Ion Fury. Actually, for a lot of the same reasons I like Blood. I like the atmosphere a lot. I like the actually, there's a secret back here. I like the atmosphere a lot. I love the city. I love the cyberpunk. I love its emphasis on a lot of the weapons. I like how the pistol, which is usually a gun that gets shafted pretty early on in a game, gets a lot of love in that game. It's probably your main source of damage. It's probably one of your main weapons in the game. But I also love the feel of the shotgun. I like how it's also a grenade launcher. Again, I love the feel of the pistol.
To the slaughter.
You know, the 3-barreled revolver.
Want some
That's really cool.
Who's next?
But this map pack, this mod, like the things it does with the build engine, it's insane. And I'm pretty sure you can actually play it for the gargoyle is that. You can play it on the original DOS release. I might be wrong about that. If I am, please tell me. I might get confused with another recent mod pack that came out pretty recently. I think it was like in April this year, called Trauma Therapy, I think. But I know one of them or both of them have been released for the original DOS version, which is quite impressive, to be honest. And I feel like that's a big difference because Ion Fury was actually made on. Let's make sure he's dead. Was actually made on what I'm using right now to play, which is called let's just call it In Blood. But it's a version of SourcePort's over here. It's a version of eDuke. The eDuke source port, I'm pretty sure what it's called. And they use the eDuke source port, or the eDuke engine, in order to make Ion Fury. So, technically, I'm playing on the same engine as Ion Fury right now. But, this was released on the original. This was released on the original DOS version. Or one of them is, like I said before. Please tell me if my audio levels are good. I don't want to be too quiet. I don't want to be too loud. You know, I'm sure my voice is as bad as it is. You don't want to hear it louder. Or if you think the game sounds too crunchy, you don't want to hear that blasting in your ears. And sorry if I'm not talking a lot. I'll try to pipe in whenever there's something to talk about. But I don't know. This is all just so normal to me, the blood, that like looking at it, I don't know what would come off as strange to someone who doesn't know what's going on. And on top of that, I kind of need. This is a game you probably need to concentrate more on than some other games. So, because it's if you've played Blood or if you know of Blood, you probably know it's harder than most games, even of its era too. Oh, do I not have regular TNT? Well, that sucks. You have to deal with proximity TNT, and it just has you. Oh, it's timing. I don't know I had that much ammo. Nothing behind. Weapon in the tunnel. That was pretty much the plasma cane I picked up when I did that jump. Right across there. There's a cool secret up here. If we jump up here. And come over here. We get an invisibility cloak. Now we're invisible. Sucks that that can't, that doesn't reach these guys. How much time do I have left on that? Perfect. I'm gonna open that up. We're gonna plasma the dog. Don't worry about the dog, he's fine. Okay, I don't know what he was doing literally inside the wall. But, you know, he was just chilling. He was just chilling inside the wall. What can I say? That's a secret, but it's not like a really good one. But I like where it spits you out right here. Oh! I thought I killed him. This is a really cool scene right here. They did a lot of good art direction with this, with the lighting and the trees. That's actually really beautiful, even though it's not like graphically impressive. I think it still can look impressive. You know, I think in general, Blood has really well done sprites and models and things. I think it's definitely one of the best aging games, or best aging 90s FPSs. You know, even without
I need a key.
darn, even without playing something more modern like In Blood or Fresh Supply. Is there anything back here? Am I missing? I don't think so. Jump over here. Get some more dogs. Ooh. Did not, definitely did not want that to happen. Okay, stop. Please stop. Please stop being on fire. Am I gonna die to this? Wow. If I didn't use that med kit, I would have died to it. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I've ever been burned that bad before. I wasn't talking about my life. Ayo. Okay. Let's get this guy. Let's get that guy. With the dogs, you want to use the plasma gun because it just does more damage. You know, sometimes it's as simple as that. No real techniques, no real nothing, just more damage against the enemy type. That's all you need. So when the dogs come out, you want to pull out the, you want to pull out this. The reason I don't use it more often is because the ammo isn't plentiful. So, use it scarcely. Oh, these guys are a real pain. If you don't, you have to mash the use key, and if you don't, they just choke you out and make your vision go all wonky, and it's just not a fun time. Just don't, just don't get hit by them. Sadly, it's not as simple as that sometimes. We're gonna hit this, and we're gonna zoom out of here. And I think this should be far enough. Something like this. Oh wait, did I not activate it? Here we go. There we go. Now we want to zoom out of here. That gets closed off. Explodes, don't stay in there. That's just randomly moved because it's a ghost bust. You want to be careful of ghost busts, you know? I'm just gonna hop all the way around. Yeah, we're having a good time. We're just jumping around. Got these guys. Blow them up. Got that guy. Blow him up. Should I blow him up? No, I shouldn't have. But you know, he was green, and honestly, anyone who's green deserves to die. I think it's a little extreme, but I don't know. I don't think it's extreme enough. There's that spooky guy. Spooky little ghost. I don't know how I feel about him. And he zoomed away. He's a shady guy. Wait, 6 out of 7 secrets? Are you kidding me? I was like doing decent secret hunting. That's actually kind of kind of insane, you know? I'm not like the most well versed in this map or these maps at all. I don't know a lot about them. So 6 out of 7 is kind of crazy. Go into the next map, and the next map is when things start getting a little bit more crazy, you know, a little bit more intense. Not a whole lot more intense. It's not like we're gonna be watching like a Vietnam documentary or anything, but it'll be a little bit more different than what we've been seeing so far. Got a little rat, and you have to be careful shooting just one at a time. See, the shotgun has 2 firing modes. You have the single fire and you have the alt fire, which is it shoots both barrels at once. And to kill these zombies instantly, you have to shoot both barrels at once. And if you only shoot one, you can't like put in another one. The only way to get both back in is if you fire another single shell, which is a little bit of a. It would have been a nice feature to have like a kind of reloading animation, but you know, it's no real big problem. It's not like a game change or anything. Do what we do every time. Game makes you feel bad for killing those doggos, even though they're like evil. That guy just went right up. Anything up here? Nope. Gonna run up here. Do a little bit of jumping. Get him. There are these tomes around the game that try to give like a little story, which is a little different than the regular game. So up here is going to be a gargoyle, and gargoyles are really weak against explosives. So one missile should be enough to end it. Pick that up, pick that up. Alright, I got Skull Key, we're gonna come in here. Oh lord, it's this guy. Well, let's follow him in. Where'd you go? Didn't go in here. So yeah, not everything is as it seems in the land of the ice. As now we have somehow transported into here, and you know, I'm not quite sure where here is. Oh crap, I'm grabbing it up. Yeah, so he's gonna come up and he's gonna shoot fireballs at you. You gotta be careful, or else you're gonna get destroyed. Come up here, get the asbestos armor, in which it'll stop you from taking damage from the lava. And it'll also stop you taking damage from the dog. So, it's just a neat little feature. How did he not die? How did he not die, guys? Gathering hounds for the arena is dangerous. Look how long I'm on fire for. This is garbage. You know, this game actually sucks. Everything I said before about liking it, that was a lie. Because now I'm out of ammo for every gun that's like useful. That's still TNT though. Wait. What killed me? What killed me? I'm glad I was recording that, so like I guess I fell through the world and it killed me. You know, I was having like a really good run too, you know? I should have saved. I never save while playing and I really should. I kinda don't want to play this. I kinda don't want to play this anymore. So you know what we'll do? Sorry, I bumped my mic. I don't know if we're gonna play more Blood. We're not gonna end. You know, I still wanna play something, but we're not gonna be doing Death Wish anymore. We might play more Blood. We might play the actual game. Still a little add-on. Or we could find a different game I might like. I don't know what game that might be. Or one that I don't know if you want to watch. But let's first things first. Let's get some tunes back on while I decide what to do. We're gonna be putting on the classic Yakuza 5 soundtrack, and I don't know if you were here for that banging pop song on the previous stream. But I gotta scroll all the way down to my Dope VGMs playlist. Yakuza 5 is really good. Yakuza as a whole is really good. Probably one of the best franchises. Go ahead and play I don't know. What song should I play? Let's do Passion for Batting, yeah? Have that in the background wall. I figure out what to do. I guess it kinda has to be Blood. Not has to be, but I think it'd be more convenient if it was just Blood again. don't know. Ever since ever since I fell through the map and died, I feel like I put too much faith into Inblood, yeah? I should explain how that works, because you probably don't know how. So when the game was first released back in 1997, it was released on something called DOS, and you can think of DOS as some kind of computer console. And there are ways to play games in DOS now. It's a way called DOSBox. It's kind of like it emulates like how DOS works, so you can play games like that. And when you buy Blood, that's how you play it. If you just like hit the play button after you install it. But there is something called source ports in gaming. There's something called source ports, and source ports are when they take the code used for the game and they use it on a newer platform or a newer engine, so you can play it with the more commodities of the modern era, kind of like a FOV slider, kind of like a just being able to play it more comfortably using like modern equipment. And Inblood was one of those source ports, and I started using Inblood like 3 days ago. But Inblood doesn't have all of the code. It was reverse engineered, and reverse engineered source ports, tend to get some things wrong. But people claim it's more faithful than the official re-release source port that came out a year ago called Fresh Supply, which I do have, and I have played a good bit on. Not as much as the one I used before in Blood, before I used Fresh Supply, called Blood GDX, which is probably the most popular one. But I just started using Blood just because a lot of people swear it's the best way to play Blood. This kind of like the most faithful with the colors, with the damage, and just the overall view. And yeah, I can agree to that to some extent. It does look more like the original version, but I also don't fall through the map while playing Blood Fresh Supply, yeah? So, I don't know. It's a trade-off, I guess. But we'll turn back on Inblood, I guess. But we're not playing Death Wish. We're gonna do the original campaign, okay? Let's go ahead and get Akiyama out of here, yeah? Look at Akiyama, though. You looking at him? What a guy. What a guy. Go ahead and get game capture. Boom. Okay. So, as you can see, these are different names because we're on base game. Excuse me. So this is the real first level of Blood. This is what the original developers made, and as you can probably tell, or as you will probably tell, it's a lot less exciting and a lot more subdued than what Death Wish is. But that's okay. That flew right over. Other problems I've experienced with Inblood is I feel like a lot of times there's something's really weird with the hitboxes. I feel like when I shoot a flare, it just kind of phases right through the guys, and sometimes I just feel like something that should have hit didn't, and I don't know, it caused mild frustration. So when I did the right click on the TNT and threw it right here, that was able to get a cultist who would have probably hit me if I showed my face to him. So, as you probably saw while I was explaining throwing the TNT, I jumped up and got a little secret called Guns Akimbo, which gives you 2 of each gun. Sadly, here in the first level, we don't have mini guns by you know, natural. How that works, not going to give you the whole arsenal in the first level. So we only can use it with the flare gun. As you see, like, this is what I'm talking about. I feel like the flare is, like, I'm just getting cheaped out of hitting it. And now I don't even know where he is. Is he like below me? You know, those flares definitely should have hit him. But for some reason or another, they zoomed right past him. And that's just a little frustrating. I don't feel like that happened, or would have happened in Fresh Supply. Kill a bunch of rats. I guess something could be is that the flare gun has just an auto aim kind of feature always built into it, and with that auto aim, it could very well cause just some issues with I don't know, hit detection. We blew this wall up, and it's now the start of the map. So you can see this is where it came out of, and it was touching this wall right here the whole time. It's crazy. I'm gonna throw TNT in here, because they're rats. Get the armor. Okay, that's that. I thought it was a zombie just looking at me. So I'm gonna pop in here. I'll jump in. And yeah, okay. Yep. I don't even know what to do. Are they dead? Look at that! You literally can't hit them. You have to come down and pitchfork them. That's stupid. We're gonna get a little super secret. If you jump up, there's a visible wall. Congratulations, you have the missile launcher. We're going to pull out our flare gun. Pin him once, pitchfork him, he's gonna light on fire. It's just the way of the game, you know? You gotta go with the flow.
Fresh victims for the ever-growing army of the undead.
So there are actually 2 zombies here. One on this side, one on this side. We're gonna wait. Sadly, we could not get both. We only got one. But you know what? That's okay. Because that worked out better than expected. I feel like this zombie right here in particular is glitched. Because I was playing this earlier today, and zombies are supposed to make a death sound like that. It's supposed to go like that when they die. But both times I've played through this part, they didn't make the death sound. Which is kind of crucial, especially for the zombie enemy, because they make a different sound depending on if they're actually dead or not. As you can probably, or as you've probably seen while watching this, sometimes they get back up even though they're on the ground. And you can tell depending on the sound they make. And that just comes from play. You just get a feel for the sound they make when they die and when they're alive. You know, I've probably not even conscious to it.
Take it,
If I've done it in this, you know, little playtime I've had so far. Back in the first map, I picked up something called a medkit, and medkits are just free health. I just hit M and I gain health. Pretty simple idea there. Secret and
Hello, may I speak to Mr. Josh? First name is you.
a little reference to The Simpsons. I'm gonna die, by the way. I'm gonna die because the little staircase section in this map is absolutely brutal. I feel like the toughest part of this game is definitely when you're in a much more open environment with a bunch of cultists, because cultists are something we call a hit scanner, and hit scanners are, in a game, there are like two types of projectiles. You have, like, from a logical game sense, not like in universe sense. That one didn't make a death sound either, and that's kind of making me nervous. You have hit scan and projectile weapons. Hit scan weapons are weapons that hit instantly. So, why are some things just missing sound? It's so weird. So, for example, the shotgun is hit scan, because when I click the mouse button, when Caleb pulls the trigger, he instantly, or like when the shotgun fires, anything that would have hit will hit. So it's not like I click the button and it takes time to travel across the game space, right? If I click it, they either get hit by it or they don't. Simple as that. But a good example you can see visually is the missile launcher. So as you see, if I fire, it takes time to travel. That's called a projectile weapon. So that's what the difference is. And honestly, I forgot. Yeah, okay, I was explaining how big rooms are. Yeah, so big open environments with hit scanners are pretty dangerous, because the moment you walk in, you'd probably take damage because you can't avoid it, because you know, they're hit scanners. So those are probably the toughest rooms in the game. More linear rooms are more kind of rooms you have more cover in, or like, you know, there's more ways to avoid damage, are easier than these more open arenas. And that's why TNT Dynamite is really important in this game. It's because you can easily get enemies who are hiding behind walls, so you don't need to get in their line of sight, because hit scanners are the most prominent enemy in this game. What? Where? Where? Literally how? Literally how? It's a cool secret. This is where that little bookcase was, where I fired the missile launcher and demonstrated that. And that crack in the wall leads to the same room. So that's why I'm not using anything to blow it up. This next map is probably Blood's most famous map, or one of the more famous maps in Blood. And for good reason. It's one of those classic kind of maps that really use the build engine what it was made on. It's something really classic. You ride a train, and I've always liked this thematically. You know, I've always kind of liked the idea of like having action on a train. And who knows?
Get off my train.
It's in Blood. It's crazy. Reason I'm crouching, or crouching more often, is because crouching makes it so those hit scanners, those cultists, the guy in the robes, makes it harder for them to hit me. Ooh, fanatics are the worst. Whoa. I forgot that was a thing in this map. I haven't played Base Blood in a while. By a while, I mean like maybe 2 weeks. I still forgot those guys to ambush you. Hey, I guess it wouldn't be an ambush without it. We are going to pick this up. And here we go. Alright. That part's probably really easy, or easier to swallow with a Tommy gun. And you can get a Tommy gun before this part if you get lucky and a fanatic drops it, but I did not. That was a super armor. If you look in the bottom right corner, you can see those little numbers on the red, blue, and green. There's different types of damage in this game, and each one is blocked by a different type of armor. Not blocked completely, just negated. Alright. I'm gonna open this up. So this is a really cool part. This is a really classic thing Blood does. Or did not mean to click that. There are multiple ways to get inside or to approach a kind of room, kind of a conflict. So, oops. I like going up the elevator, but I will show you where those rooms come out of.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, just me. Whoa. Oh, just me.
I guess I should not have taken 3. Oops. Man, zombies should really be making death sounds, and I don't know how I feel about them now. Definitely not. Like, I know this is a minor nitpick to maybe some, but honestly, in this game, if I needed any enemy to have a death sound, it'd be the zombie. You have to be cautious with close TNT throws because they can do damage to you. I remember there's a guy there. Game tried to trick me, but I remember. Now we're here. So I could have come in through the kitchen and pretty much done that in the reverse order of how I did. Or this door leads right here too. So, you know, it's not like a life-changing choice, but it's still like really cool nonetheless. I just like the flow of going through the elevator more than going through the kitchen. We want to be getting these guys. Go. Armor. So with those cracks, pull this out. Shoot. Blow this whole place up. Jump up here. And see, there are a couple goons. A lot of goons in here. So we're just gonna kill that. Shoot him. Gonna duck and weave. And ta-da! We have our Tommy gun. So you can get a Tommy gun in this game, or in this level. You just can't get it before the big cafeteria fight. There's also an elevator right here, but if you don't come in through the hole in the wall, you are a major lame-o. Sorry, that's just how it is. So here is a secret that I'm not getting. It's am I facing the wrong way? I think I am. Okay, hold on. I need to be over here, it seems. Okay, what? Okay. It should be here. I swear it should be right here. That's fine. This is why we have to save. Okay. There we go. I had to eat. I forgot I had to hit E. I thought it was just an invisible wall. So it's a pretty useful secret for the life seed, and the life seed gets you just a bunch of health. And yeah, the Guns Akimbo isn't really much needed, especially at this point in the map. I think I've saved the game. So I died there because how'd I take more damage than last time? What? Okay, I have life seed. The reason I died there is because I stood in the way of a closing door, which is definitely the lamest way to go around this game. Instead of getting just riddled with bullets or chopped by a zombie guy, he just like blows in by a door. Kinda lame. So we're gonna do this. And we step outside. And we make the train explode. We blow up the train. And that's pretty cool. And now we're in a carnival. So, okay, what's going on? Why are there so many hit scanners? So, that is... What? How? Where? Literally, where'd you come from? So yeah, blood is just so intense that you crash a train, and you just kind of vibe. You vibe in a carnival after you just explode a train. You come out there, but I'll let you know a little secret. Going through these flames, you get a little secret area, which is cool, just because it looks cool. So that's the win in my book. We're coming through here.
Wow, this promises to be fun.
Riddle these guys with bullets. 100 bullets. Oh, Fanatics are no fun. Those are fanatics, by the way. So, you know, I just call everyone cultists because they all look the same. You know, call me racist. But you know, see what I mean? By you know, these open environments being the bane of existence. You know, it has been the longest stream ever, but I think we're gonna call it quits for now. I hope you all enjoyed watching. I liked playing. I'm glad I got the audio fixed, or at least working. But yeah, I'd love to stream more often. I just like playing games and talking about them. And hopefully I learned something about streaming, and hopefully you guys learned something about Blood. Might not play Blood again next time. I might do something else, who knows. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in, and I am out of here.